For 38 years, the Super Mario Brothers have lived on games and in guest appearances in Nintendo franchises, cementing themselves as a pillar of pop culture. They've starred in over 200 games and have become Nintendo's official mascot. The timing feels right for a movie adaptation of these characters and the infectiously fun Mushroom Kingdom. The first live-action film attempt was a complete failure and misunderstanding of the Mario characters. Fortunately, Illumination Entertainment, the studio behind the Despicable Me, Sing, and Minions franchises, have worked with Nintendo to deliver a beautiful and faithful introduction to the Mushroom Kingdom in the Super Mario Bros. Movie that fans both young and old will enjoy. This 90-minute journey through the Mushroom Kingdom touches on a lot of Mario lore, and while it whizzes by at an incredibly rapid pace, it does warrant repeat viewings to be able to catch them all. The incredibly colourful world of Mario shines through in the best animation the team at Illumination have ever produced. This goes hand in hand with the beautiful score from Brian Tyler and longtime Mario composer Koji Kondo. While the story sticks to a typical hero's journey that's more of a highlight through the Mushroom Kingdom than a journey, fans will love the platforming elements of the game that have been cleverly injected into the film. The story centers around two brothers, Mario, voiced by Chris Pratt, and Luigi, voiced by Charlie Day, who are living in Brooklyn. They're trying to get their plumbing business off the ground, and living with their Italian family will do anything to get their name and business out there. Meanwhile, in another dimension, Bowser, voiced by Jack Black, has found the superstar and is on his way to the Mushroom Kingdom to demand Princess Peach, voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy, to marry him and rule the multiverse together. When Mario and Luigi accidentally find an underground plumbing structure while saving Brooklyn from a flood, they get sucked into a warp pipe and end up in the Mushroom Kingdom. While they are initially separated, Mario's mission to find his brother, who is locked in a haunted mansion by Bowser and his minions. Meanwhile, Mario teams up with Toad, voiced by Keegan-Michael Key, and Princess Peach to enlist the help of the Kongs and their ruler, Donkey Kong, voiced by Seth Rogen, to put up a fight against Bowser and save the incredibly cute Toads and all of the other creatures that Bowser has captured. Visually, this film is an absolute feast. The translation from game to movie is perfect, with the 3D animation looking better than the recent Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch console. Elements like fire, water, and ice look hyper-realistic, and close-up shots of Bowser's strip of hair rippling in the wind really help this world come alive. There is a huge palette of colours on display here, with a rich visual feast that really pops in the Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Land sequences that are hands down some of the best animation ever made. The action sequences also enhance the visuals, as the platforming training montage with Princess Peach and Mario are a delightful throwback to the original side-scrolling games. This is later infused with the Donkey Kong vs Mario Barrel Battle and the highlight of Mario Kart set on Rainbow Road. It is an onslaught for the senses. The design of each individual kart and how each character creates it will delight fans of the famous karting series. The score from composer Brian Tyler worked closely with longtime Mario composer Koji Kondo, who's created a lot of the iconic music from the various games over the years. The traditional Mario score has been woven into an orchestral piece that sails high over the dialogue and complements the visuals. The score really helps the immersion into the Mushroom Kingdom and hits all those nostalgic notes that fans of the series will be listening out for. The voice acting from everyone involved is solid here. There were concerns over the casting of Chris Pratt as Mario, and look, I definitely had my own. Fortunately, Pratt is the perfect Mario, a struggling plumber from Brooklyn who's whipped into another world and goes on an unlikely journey with the princess, and a mushroom seems to fit Pratt's working class hero vibe. I was so swept up in the world that I completely forgot it was Pratt about 10 minutes into the movie, and the character really did feel like Mario. Charlie Day is the perfect Luigi, playing the younger brother who injects the film with a lot of humour, and his chemistry with Pratt is perfect. The two standout performances of this movie are Jack Black as Bowser and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Black creates a deep and menacing voice that regrettably loses a bit of its seriousness when he uncharacteristically breaks into song. This is when it's clearly noticeable that Jack Black is the voice actor, and then seamlessly slips back into a menacing supervillain. Rogen keeps the same vocal performance for Donkey Kong, and it really works perfectly, even down to the trademark Seth Rogen laugh with Donkey Kong's animated face chuckling back at you from the screen. Joy gets the least amount of things to do here as Princess Peach. There is a slight change up with her character, being less of a damsel in distress and more taking charge of her kingdom. However, we don't really get enough screen time to really flesh out this character to be anything memorable. The changes from the game make sure that everything works in the movie version. In particular, the power-ups are littered throughout the Mushroom Kingdom and are a great way for all of the characters to be able to wield the power of fireballs, to grow and shrink down as required. It also allows for some rapid-fire craziness in the epic finale with power-ups, barrels, and Mario and Donkey Kong teaming up for some almost Super Smash Bros. Style fighting. The story of the hero's journey that Mario takes up is probably the biggest surprise of the movie. It feels a little bit simplistic for a Mario journey outside the world of games, and it's probably the weakest part of the film. Fortunately though, the animation, score, and characters are big enough to overcome this and set up a Super Mario Bros. Movieverse with undoubtedly more sequels, spin-offs, and adventures in the future. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is a solid adaptation of the highly successful Nintendo game. There are some incredible visual treats littered throughout the movie from Mario's extensive history in gaming, as well as some other Nintendo franchises that you may just recognize. This movie represents a huge leap forward in animation for Illumination Entertainment, with it delivering some seriously impressive visuals. All of this, combined with the charm of the 40-year-old Mario universe, has resulted in a movie that fans both young and old will enjoy. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is in cinemas April 5.